1 second here. Awesome. First off, Dorothy, I'm sorry that I'm not outside. I had a conversation with one of my clients just yesterday or Monday, and she said, I really liked it when you would walk and talk and do these messages, and I will get back to that, I promise. But for the purpose of this, first off, it's really cold outside today. I was going to do the Win Wednesday outside on my deck, but it's freezing. It is actually only 9 above so far, and it's 9 a.m. And yeah, I just can't pull it off because I got too many things to stream into one. I use StreamYard and it goes into other portals, and I can't do that outside because my internet isn't strong enough out there. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for being with me. I am in my usual office. I was even going to go downstairs, but it just didn't come together for me today. It's been a very, very busy morning, and it's okay. Sometimes it just ends up being like that. Hello and welcome. Welcome. Power-packed minutes of information that has actual potential to change your paradigm, which even if you don't know what that is, it could change your life. If this is the very first time that you're joining me on a live, thank you. My name is Julie Townsend. I am a CEO. Can you believe that? Isn't that funky? A CEO and founder of Quantum Connections Incorporated. It's a company dedicated to helping people find their $1 million worth. That's what I want you to do. Find your $1 million worth. And we're going to do that through proven methods of personal development and inspiring and strengthening your life one thought at a time. Quantum Academy, which is one of the places this video is streaming into, is a Facebook group. It's affiliated with Quantum Connections Incorporated, and that's where the awareness starts. That is where I do educational lives, there's workshops, I do posting, there's trainings, opportunities to become a student of this life-changing material, and I encourage everybody to join that free group. After all, it just takes a decision. Anyway, there is also an opportunity to become certified coach through Quantum Connections to extend the impact on lives in your own circle of influence and to start contributing to this world. I think it's important to contribute to this world and make a difference. This can be found on the website www.quantum-connections.ca or talk to me. Okay, how are you today? I just finished listening to a crazy song by Outkast called Hey Ya, and I was like bouncing around this office. And then I listened to my very first part of the live, which I put on, the countdown, and now I'm just lulling myself to sleep. So I'm like, I gotta change that song. Anyways, so if you are here, engage, comment, talk. It's always such a challenge for me to go here. Let's go to here. Case, see, I can see now that you are here, Case. Thank you, and good morning to you. And if you haven't registered through StreamYard, it just says unknown Facebook user, and that's fine. Yeah, and if you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay, you know that. All right, let's chat. This is a very, very important topic. There is a single mental move you can make in a millisecond, which will solve enormous problems for you. It has the potential to improve almost any personal or business situation you will ever encounter, and it can literally propel you down the path to incredible success. The name for this magical mental activity is called decisions. Yay! Some people hate that word. Decisions, or lack of them, are responsible for the making or breaking of many a career. Individuals who have become very proficient at making decisions without being influenced by the opinion of others, or are the same people, actually, they're the same people, those decision makers that are having annual incomes fall into the 6, 7, and now I know people that are in the 8-figure categories. It's exciting. However, It's not just your income that's affected by decisions. Your whole life is dominated by this power. Whole life. The health of your mind and body, the well-being of your family. Just a second. This phone of mine is going crazy. Sorry about that. It's even buzzing. It's a distraction, right? So everything, not just your income, is affected by decisions. Your whole life is dominated by decisions. The health of your mind and body, the well-being of your family, your social life, the type of relationships that you develop. They're all dependent upon your ability to make sound decisions. So you would think anything as important as decision making, when it has such far-reaching power, would be taught in every school, right? You would think that the information that I teach in Thinking into Results would be taught in school. It's not. It is not. And it's so critical. To compound the problem, not only is decision making missing from the curriculum of our educational institutions, up until recently, it's almost been absent from most of our corporate training. I used to I worked in the corporate world, and it was even absent there. Decision making and human resource programs. But anyway, up until recently, it wasn't even in there. So, how is a person expected to develop this mental ability? Quite simply, you must do it on your own. But if you don't even know how, where do you start, right? Okay, I think it's important to understand that it's not difficult to learn how to make wise decisions. Armed with the proper information and by subjecting yourself to certain disciplines, you can become very effective at being a decision maker. You can virtually eliminate conflict and confusion in your life by becoming a proficient decision maker. Decision making brings order to your mind, and remember, order is heaven's first law, and this order is then reflected in your objective world, known as your results, what you're getting back. Okay, that's where the reflection is in your results. So no one can see you actually making decisions, but they will almost always see the results of your decisions. Does that make sense? The person who fails to develop their ability to make decisions is doomed, because indecision sets up internal conflicts which can, without warning, escalate, I've seen this over and over, into all-out mental and emotional wars. Like serious anxiety. Anxiety attacks is the new norm, and that is not normal. That is far from normal. Psychiatrists have a name to describe these internal wars. It's called ambivalence. The definition says that ambivalence is the coexistence in one person of opposite feelings towards the same objective. So do you see the conflict in there? You know, it generates, just thinking of that literally generates confusion and anxiety. You don't require a doctorate degree in psychiatry to understand that you are going to have difficulty in your life by permitting your mind to remain in an ambivalent state for any period of time. The person who does not permit it to exist becomes very despondent and virtually incapable of any other product activity. It's obvious that anyone who finds themselves in such a mental state is not living, because they're always in reaction mode. They're always fighting for their emotional state. They want to become calm, and they can't, because because they are in such turmoil in their minds, because they're not able to make a decision. That's your gate. That's your opening. You open that door to making a decision. It doesn't have to be a grandiose decision. Just a little decision. You're out. You're out of that state, because it gives you direction, and you're like, oh, we're going this way. Whew! It's like driving all over the road until you decide where you're going. Then everything seems like, I don't know where I'm going. So a decision or a series of decisions changes everything. Everything. The very basic law of the universe says, create or disintegrate. And I posted it in my Quantum Academy the other day. Indecision causes disintegration. If that doesn't scare the shit out of you, nothing will. And I'm sorry for shitting on here, but sometimes people have to get shook to understand it's all within you. Everything is within you to change. How often have you heard a person say, I don't know what to do? How often have you heard yourself say, what should I do? What should I do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? Think about some of the indecisive feelings you and virtually everyone on this planet experience from time to time. Everyone on occasion has experienced them, right? We've all had moments of indecision. But if it happens to you frequently, decide right now to stop it. It's serious to your health. The cause of ambivalence is indecision. But we must keep in mind that the truth is not always in the appearance of things. Indecision is a cause. This is where it gets a little muddy, but just bear with me. Indecision is a cause of ambivalence. However, it is a secondary cause. It's not the primary cause. A study of behavior of people who have become very proficient at making decisions for over 25 years have one thing in common. They have a very strong self-image and a high degree of self-esteem. They may be as different as night and day to, like, in numerous other respects, but they certainly possess self-confidence. Low self-esteem or lack of confidence is the real culprit. So decision makers are not afraid of making an error. If and when they make an error in their decision or they fail at something, they have the ability to just shrug it off. They learn from the experience, but they never submit to the failure. You know, like, I think of myself in that regard. It's like, I've made lots of decisions. I've made lots of wrong decisions. But the minute I make a wrong decision, I just make another decision. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, oh, whatever. That didn't work out so well. Next. That's how you have to be. That's what will catapult you forward. I don't give a rat shit about what people thought. Oh, you screwed up. Oh, yeah, I did. And now I'm going this direction. Right? It's okay. Be okay with yourself to, you know, there was a phrase, I heard it the other day. It was brilliant, and I can't remember it at all. But anyway, you know, like failing forward, so to speak. But that scares a lot of people too. You don't have to fail all the time, but just don't be scared to fail, because you can fix it really quickly with another decision. So Napoleon Hill says, successful people make decisions quickly and firmly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly, and they change them often. So you ask yourself, where do I fit in all of that? Okay. When a person has no vision of a better way of life, they automatically shut themselves into a prison. They limit themselves to a life without hope. This frequently happens when a person has, like, seriously tried on several occasions to win, only to meet failure time after time. They start, they stop, they start, they stop. Repeated failures can often damage a person's self-image. Makes sense, right? And then causes them to lose sight of their potential. See, their potential has never changed. Your potential is absolutely incredible. But perhaps you've failed at a few endeavors to do something. So now you're starting to play games in your head and wondering what's wrong with me. Like, oh my God, I can never freaking do this. How many network marketing companies have I been a part of? And I'm not successful. What's wrong? See, those are just all lies and stories that you start to churn up in your head, and all of a sudden you're stuck. You're stuck because you're like, oh, I'm not going to make any more decisions because obviously I'm just going to fail. It clouds your potential, clouds it entirely. Make another decision. Keep moving forward. Don't give up and throw in the towel. Take the first step in predicting your own prosperous and happy future. Build a mental picture of exactly how you want to live. Make a firm decision to hold on to that vision. And positive ways to improve, everything will begin to flow into your mind because you've decided to think a certain way. When I get up in the morning, yeah, I've been there too, Case. When I get up in the morning, I decide to be happy. Like some people say, oh, that's easy. No, it's not. Do you know how many people just get up and all of a sudden, instantly, start griping and grumbling and, oh my God, that hurts. Oh, and you know what? They just start thinking all this stuff, and pretty soon you're like, what the hell? I feel like a bag of crap, and all I'm doing is brushing my teeth, right? There's something to that. Get up and your feet hit the floor. It's like, help me find the good. This is going to be a good day. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy to be alive. Let's do that. Humor me. Make a firm decision to hold on to that vision, whatever you make it for yourself, and those positive things will start streaming into your life. Many people get a beautiful vision of how they would love to live. They write it all down. They make vision boards, everything. But because they cannot see how they're going to make it all happen, they let the vision go. They're not putting it in front of them all the time. They're not revisiting their vision. They're not spending time with their vision. If they knew how they were going to get there, it would actually be a plan, not a vision, right? So there's no inspiration in a plan. Woohoo, a plan. I got a plan to be rich. Woohoo. What's rich look like? What am I going to do when I'm rich? What does my yacht look like? Hey, what does my captain look like? Anyway, where am I going to live? What does it smell like? How does it feel? What do my days look like? That's a vision, okay? When you get the vision, freeze frame it with a decision, and don't worry about how you will do it or where the resources will come from. That's not important. Charge your decision with enthusiasm. Visit with it. Be there. Be pumped about it. That's what's important. Refuse to worry about how it will happen. Okay? Make a decision. 19 minutes. Wrapping it up. I'm preparing for September launch. It's like back to school, people. Like back to school for the kids, but why can't it be back to school for us? So I am preparing to get ready for new clients and launching into another next 6-month study, intensive study of thinking into results. It's that program that I always talk about once in a while, that one up there, right there. It will change your life, guaranteed. I'm going to have some VIP days coming up that's going to allow people to have a sneak peek into the depth of the study and then help you make a decision to commit yourself to growth. Remember, if you're not going forward, you're going backwards. That's a law. Let's quantum leap forward. Partially why I chose quantum in the name of my companies, because the information here will catapult you into the future. And it will allow you to be all you're capable of being. And you'll do it with enthusiasm and excitement and everything. So listen, you don't have to make that big decision right now. Decisions start today. Right here, right now, decide to maybe go for a walk. Maybe you're a couch potato and you just decide to go for a walk. Do that. Decide to buy somebody flowers. Just random. Just think of somebody that probably needs a little lift today. Go buy them a coffee. a latte. I think of my neighbor down the road, and it's like she loves latte. I should just go and buy her a latte. I haven't seen her for ages. She's busy. Life gets busy, right? And you go different directions. Sometimes I play little games and I write things out, and it's like I decide today, if I see 10 people, because the world's changed so much, but I decide to help 10 people smile today. Cool challenge, hey? So make a decision list of the decisions you're going to make for today and then tomorrow, whatever. Don't worry about tomorrow, actually, just worry about today. And that's the start of a really good habit, a really good habit. And the very least, tomorrow morning when your feet hit the floor, make a decision to be happy. Make a decision to find all the good. How can what I do today be the absolute best that I can do? So that's it. Next week, we are talking about time with yourself. Very important. And until then, listen within, act upon, and just be happy. Choose, decide to be happy. Over and out. Have a great day.